Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining JT Ladies Lounge. This is Jazz, and I'm T, and we want to thank you for tuning in for Winning Wednesday. Today, we will be discussing: Are you winning or are you losing? No one never wants to be called a loser, which I mean, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be. You should always be winning, whatever it is that you're winning at. But we want to discuss today: What do you consider yourself? Um, a winner or a loser. I mean, at some point, at
Do you
some
consider yourself a loser?
no, at some point in our lives, I'm pretty sure we probably felt that we were losing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever feel that you're losing, you can always pick yourself back up to win.
Right.
So that's the main thing. So thank you for joining us again on Jetson's Radio DC, Winning Wednesday
Yep.
with Jazz and T.
So I guess winning is a definition that everybody's definition of winning is different. So T, I got the definition of winning right here, and it's an adjective. It's gaining, resulting in, or relating to a victory in a contest or competition. And the verb of winning is win, of course, be successful or victorious. So, is that close to your definition of winning?
Yes, hold up one
One
second, y'all.
second.
We
Hold
trying to
on.
still make sure
Okay,
that
this is
we
what's going
are
on. Wait, they may have heard us, but we never know.
yeah, see that's where we messing up. It's somewhere we keep messing up at.
It is. I don't know what it is, but you know what? I think we got it together now. I don't even know if you guys heard us in the beginning. Um, we wasn't live, but we were recording, so we were talking. But anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. Just in case you didn't hear us, in case you just logged on, I am Jazz and this is T. You're here in the Ladies Lounge on Jetsons Radio DC, and the topic tonight is Winning Wednesday.
Right. So going all over that again. What are you winning today? Are you winning or losing? At the end of the day, don't nobody want to be a loser, and you shouldn't be. You may have lost in things in your life, challenges, failures, success. And when I say challenges, I'm not just talking about as far as, you out there competing with someone or you
Right.
running a race or you up and down a basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
Not that those challenges don't matter because they do. It's about, winning.
Right.
But we're talking about the challenges of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is all the same thing, but what are your challenges? What have you faced?
What have
That
you
you
faced this week, especially?
right. Yes, because today is winning Wednesday, but are you winning every day?
Right.
Every day can be yeah. You can wake up tomorrow or wake up today and just be like, you know, um, I'm not gonna take that coffee break. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop drinking coffee, so I'm not gonna take that coffee break. And you didn't take that coffee break all day, so you won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You won. It's always not competing against someone else. It's about competing with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's about winning.
I think being a better version of who you were yesterday is actually a win. And I looked up. I think you looked up the definition of winning. And as I said earlier, everybody has a different definition of winning. Like Tamara said, somebody might feel like they didn't get that morning coffee or that second cup of morning coffee that they always have. To cut back on sugar and caffeine or whatever, just to cut down on consumption. But the definition, as according to the dictionary, is gaining, resulting in, or relating to a victory in a contest or competition. And the verb to winning, of course, is win, and is be successful or victorious in a contest or conflict. So I never even thought about winning in conflict, and I guess it depends on what you think conflict is too, because we were talking about not wanting to be a loser. And I was thinking, like, when it said conflict, I was thinking more or less argument. But conflict comes in many different forms and fashion. Conflict comes in situations.
Right.
Conflict, like, okay, so I want to say last Monday, I go outside and my car just don't start, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just don't start. It was fine on Friday. But Monday morning, I wake up, I'm on my way to work, and it's just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to start. So And that, honestly, I think the last Wednesday we did Winning Wednesday, I was having car issues then too. It's crazy, but it just didn't start. So, I felt like I was defeated because I've been having issues with my car for a little bit now. But then I also felt that I was winning because I had enough money to replace the battery when it needed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the
Right.
conflict was me needing to be at work at a specific time, which didn't happen. But I still got to work. I was able to go to work a full day, start the car to come home from work, and then to get my battery after work. So to me, I was just late instead of missing a whole day. So that was a win for me. I still
Right.
got my
Right.
time in, still was
Right.
able to
Right.
get the battery and
Right.
make it to work without the car cutting off or, stolen again once I got to work.
Right. Right.
So it just depends on what your win is.
Right, because it's no right or wrong. You're winning. Don't ever let somebody tell you your winning is not considered winning. Your challenges, your failures, or your success is not good enough. It's what you feel the challenge is. It really is. So here we are again. Thanks for joining Jazz and T from JT Ladies Lounge on Justin's Radio with Winning Wednesday. So we just got a couple of questions that we ask ourselves as well as you should ask yourself. What do you consider winning for you?
Right.
Again, you don't have to share with nobody. You don't even have to share with us. But, to get the crowd going and the audience to interact with each other, share with us some of your challenges, your failures, and your success. And what are you winning at?
And here we got a couple questions to help jog your memory because we know it's only Wednesday. But for some reason, I felt like this has been a long week. And it may just be me, but I just felt like it's been a long week. And I actually thought we were a lot further in the week than we are. So, I suffer from memory lapse. I don't remember what I did yesterday, but guess what? We have a couple questions that may jog your memory as well as mine.
Right. And your challenges too. It don't have to be recent. It could be when you was, teenager, younger. It's again, just face, challenges that you faced and you overcame them.
Right.
So the first question is, what are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced? That you can really ask yourself, what are some of the biggest challenges that I face? I can tell you, not even just right now with my life going on right now, but even going back when I was younger, one of my biggest challenges was when I decided to leave my hometown at the age of 20.
Yes.
That was a challenge, but I did it. And even now, going back to right now, I'm glad I did that at that moment. I love my hometown. I love to go back there and visit on the weekends, holidays, when there's big events going on. But that was a challenge at 20 years old. Leaving my hometown to go to another home, to another place to call home with a kid, a baby at that, a toddler. That was a challenge.
Yeah, and I can imagine it being scary because you're moving away from family.
Right. To go somewhere where I didn't know nobody. And of course, after all these years, I done met Jazz. So that's how we here. But that was a challenge. Again, that is no right or wrong challenge that you overcame, and I overcame that. It was times that I wanted to come back home. I called my sister, I called my mom, and I said, I can't do this. I want to go back. I want to come back home. And it was like, no, you have a better life out there. Do what you need to do.
Stay in the sticks.
Right.
Shop at Piggly Wiggly, girl, you'll live. We just want to shout out a couple of people that just joined us. Hey, Auntie, Tanya. Lonnie, thanks for joining us. Ray, thanks for joining us. I see Ohio's in the building. Thank you so much for joining us all. Tanya said, taking care of me. Hi, Eric. Thanks for joining us tonight. Taking care of me. Yes, that is a challenge. If you've always been in a position where you're taking care of somebody else, if you've been taking care of kids since you've been grown or since you've been old enough to take care of anything, if it's always been about somebody and something else, you had your babies early, you got married early, now you got husbands and babies early. You find yourself putting yourself more and more on the back burner,
Taking care of siblings,
yes. And so as time goes on, you lose who you are. You lose track of the things that you want to do and the things you want to accomplish. You'll start them, but guess what? Baby needs this extra attention, or husband needs this, or wife needs this, or it becomes about taking care of a family. You kind of put you on the back burner because you think you got time. Right. You know what I'm saying? We so busy taking care of everybody else, but who takes care of us? Whoever the caregiver is in the family, whether it be the wife or the husband. It can go either way. But I completely understand when you say about taking care of you. That's something that, that is definitely a challenge. But guess what? Now that you know that was a challenge, you still have time to do that. That's where you're winning at. Because now
Exactly.
you know what your challenge is. Now you can face it head on and
Right.
make
To
some
put
changes.
yourself first
Yes.
and also take care of others at the same time. Because
Yep.
we all need to be taking care of each other. We all need to help each other. So here's another question. Do you enjoy overcoming challenges or do you prefer things to be easy? And I don't even know if that's a right or wrong answer. You know, I mean, I think as human beings, sometimes we do like the easy way out, but is the easy way out always the best way to go?
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you have people that like challenges and that will push further than the next person. But the one who likes the easy way out because they probably gave up before that person, that don't mean you're a failure.
And
I mean,
also,
you're not. That don't mean you're a loser.
right. And also, too, because you don't like a challenge don't mean you ain't never struggled in your life. Like, maybe you just tired of challenges. Like, maybe you just need one thing to come a little bit easier.
Right.
Maybe you just
Good,
tired
yeah.
of the fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
Right.
tired of the fight. I would like something to be easy. Just something. But guess what? Because I am used to that fight, I'm going to do what I know how to do, and I'm going to make sure
Right.
I get a productive outcome. It may not be a win. You know what I'm saying? I may still fight and still lose the battle, but at least I know I tried, and at least I know what to do better next time for me or for somebody that may be going through a situation that I'm experiencing.
Right.
So that's how I look at wins and losses. Just because I lost don't mean the experience isn't going to be useful to someone else.
Right. Okay, so here's another one. What is a challenge you would never want to face? I think
Oh, goodness.
a challenge that I would never want to face. What is a challenge that you guys would never want to face?
Also, guys, if we ask the question and you have an answer, make sure you hit us up and let us know what your answer is.
Right.
We're here to be interactive with you all. Thanks for all the newcomers. Who we got over there?
We
Elaine.
have Chauncey Black. Thank you for joining. Norma
Yes.
Ortez, you go girls. Proud of you. Thank you, Norma. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.
Leslie Marcel joined. Thank you. Andrea French. Thank you for joining. Today we in the Ladies Lounge.
Yes.
JT Ladies Lounge. We're discussing Winning Wednesday. What are you winning at? Your winning can be anything that you feel that was a challenge that you defeated. It could be anything. Maybe quit smoking.
Yep.
You defeated it. Your eating habit, your workout habit. You probably even said, I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna go to work and fuss and complain about nothing that's going on at work. You won. If you did it that day, you did not go a minute without complaining, without fussing with anybody, huffing and puffing. You won. That day you won. You defeated what you said that you were going to do.
And that little drop in the water is like a ripple effect.
Yes.
Because once you start incorporating that and helping others to do the same, if you got somebody that's the negative Nancy or the Debbie Downer in your office,
right.
You might say something little like, why are you always complaining? Or like, well, at least, whatever they say negative, you counteract it with something positive. That'll stop people from talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You give them something opposite than what they're looking for. Either they'll change the way they're talking to you, or they'll talk to somebody that wants to hear that's on their level.
Right.
As far as their attitude. You know what I'm saying?
You probably gave up something that you said, I'm not going to do this no more. And you did it. Like, that was a challenge for you. You defeated it. You won.
Yeah.
And not to say that if you didn't complete the challenge, you may have said you wasn't going to do this, but you did it. That don't mean give up. You're not a failure. Yeah, you may have failed at that time or that challenge, but do it again, because no one is a failure. It's what you think.
It's all in your mindset.
It's what you think, because everybody's a winner.
Tanya said, staying consistent on staying healthy physically. That can be a challenge, especially if that's something you're not used to doing. Getting in the routine and then staying consistent and then just making it a part of your lifestyle versus, you looking at it. See, the thing is all in how you view things. You know what I'm saying? If you look at when you working out, if you look at it as being a task, because you do have to change your clothes, you are going to stink if you work out hard. It's going to be things that you're going to have to incorporate in your day that's going to take you out your hookup a little bit. Or you can think about the outcome, how good you feel after, how good you look when you're consistent, how much better you feel, how much more energy you have, how this ankle, this kneecap, this hip is hurting less. Because I can tell you, for me, even though I have never, at one point I was a little bit heavier. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I was as super duper big. I was just heavier, and it was affecting my body. I was having problems with my hips, problems with my knees. It was just a little bit more weight, and my body wasn't ready to carry all of that. And once I became more physically active, became a habit, and I knew how my body felt when I wasn't active. I knew that I would be cranky and irritable, and I would always be tired or always be hungry because my body was used to burning that fuel. So now I'm eating like I'm working out, but I'm not actually working out. Right. So guess what? I'm about to pack them pounds back on. So guess what I do? I get back in the habit. I go hard all over again and just create that habit for myself. After a while, it was second nature. And even when I don't work out, I still can feel the effects. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I see a roll coming. And I know it's in my mind, but I know that helps me get back into the flow of what I know I need to be doing in order to maintain my health. It's not all the time about being skinny. It's not all the time about, looking, a certain type of way. Right. For the most part, it is about being healthy, because if you don't use what you have, you will lose it. Or it will break down on you and you'll be dragging it.
And that's why I said challenge could be you want to eat healthy. It could be about saving more money. It could be about less shopping. Whatever your challenge is, if you defeated that challenge, you win it.
Yep.
It ain't about money. It ain't about having the latest cars and the biggest house. If you got that, kudos to you. You doing your thing. But that's just not all about winning. Winning can be the smallest thing. So like I said, there's no right or wrong of what you think you're winning at.
Yeah. Hey,
so moving on to the next question. Another question is, if you're winning Wednesday, do you think living in the present is more or less challenging than living in the past?
I think it's more challenging to live in the present because the past is comfort.
Right. Well, I guess going according to I think each age group will always have their different opinion, because for our age group, I think living in the past for us
represents youth
today is more challenging than what it was in the past.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Yes, I would. Yeah, it's definitely more challenging. Do you think that challenges improve a person's character? Yes. I think so. Do you guys think that challenges improve a person's character? If someone's faced with a challenge, regardless, I guess if they lose or win, if they fail and get right back up and continue, I think it do. You know why? Because someone that might think that they cannot do it, if they fail in that challenge and get right back up and do it again, that changed their character. They may now continue to look at things different.
Yes. It builds confidence in a person when they're faced with challenges, especially when they overcome them. Because I know that even though I consider myself to be a overcomer, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm crying and dragging and snotting to the finish line, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I pretty much figure myself to be an overcomer, but I also know that there are challenges where I'm just like, I can't do this. It's too much. It's too much. Oh my God, why everything all at once? And I lack confidence in myself when the pile gets too high. But I know that I'm going to do it with my eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? My eyes closed in blind faith. And I'm just going, okay, God, you got to lead me because I know I can't do it on my own.
Right.
So I do definitely think it changes your character, and it definitely builds you up to have more confidence in yourself and in whomever you believe in.
Right. So we have a few people that joined us. Tamika Douglas. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
hello,
girl.
Tamika. Thank you for everyone that's joining. Tiffany commented and said, yes, it makes you or breaks you. And yes, it does. It really does. So. It's either are you going to be down, or are you going to, be feeling sorry for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Or are you going to, uplift yourself? Like I said, a challenge is not always about competing with other people. You're competing with yourself.
Yes,
Honestly,
ma'am.
you're really competing with yourself. You have the challenges that you compete with people, and you have the ones that you compete with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it definitely does break you or make you. You definitely right, Tiffany.
Hey, Marie, thank you for joining us, honey. I hope you're feeling better. But I think that even with it breaking you, it can break you, but then you broke. But guess what? You wake up the next day. You know what I'm saying? You still live to see another day for the most part.
Right.
Most people. I
Which
can't say
makes
everybody
a
do.
part of winning.
Yes.
Because sometimes you get the ones that look at that as a failure. And I'm sorry to say this when I say this, but we all know that do stuff to their selves because they no longer can handle
Yes.
that failure. And we know what that doing to yourself is. For the most part, it's probably committing suicide.
Or attempting.
Or attempting.
Mm-hmm.
Or going out there, to do drugs and just doing other stuff to, harm yourself because you no longer can accept that failure. Mm-hmm. So it does make you or break you. What are you going to do with this failure? This challenge that you are now faced with. Mm-hmm. How are you going to handle it? Are you going to make that challenge? Are you going to lose yourself? Or are you going to make it? Are you going to continue on so you can continue to win and make yourself stronger?
Yep.
So, yeah, challenges in life, because not even just life, even people that do compete with others, because like I said in the beginning, challenges are always not about races and tournaments and championships, but you have people that do compete in those that really,
if they lose,
they might not have a struggle in life, but that one game that they lost, that was a struggle. And people that struggle with real life, I'm not to say that's not real life, but real life everyday struggles, we like, you just lost the game. You know what I'm saying? You just lost the game. Yeah. Like, but to them, that's everything. That's their life.
Yeah, because we don't know what that training regimen is. Hey, Allie, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we don't know like how much they train, what they eat. How.
Right, that's their life.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they work hard for, and we downplay that because it's not exactly what we're going through. Mm-hmm. But to them, I mean, it's been plenty of athletes or plenty of stars that then fell off the wagon of the popularity bandwagon, or was one hit wonders and have either achieved or attempted suicide.
Right, exactly. So, and that goes to say back in the beginning, no, you cannot say no one's challenge in life is better than the next person, because everybody have their own challenges that they have to face.
Yeah. Make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video too. And make sure you answer the questions. We're here for you all. We like to have participation. Me and her, we can talk about this back and forth all day.
Right.
But don't be ashamed. If you feel like sharing your story, you can always share it here. We're definitely going to read it. Hey, Kathy. We love your input, and we actually need your input so we can make sure we are talking to you all, because this is the Ladies Lounge.
Right.
It's the interactive lounge. We want you to feel like you're sitting right here with us.
Exactly. So another question, do you think that challenges you have faced over your life have made you a better or worse person? I would definitely say it made me a better person. I would definitely say it made me because if it made me a worse person, like I would not be honestly, I would not be sitting here in front of y'all. Y'all may think that it's just we sitting here in front of the laptop just talking to y'all, but trust me, it's not that easy. It's really not, because here you have people looking at you, judging you, criticizing you. You're sharing your story. You're telling stuff to the world or to people, who never knew that stuff was going on. Mm-hmm. In your life that I would probably have only shared with 2 people, but now over 15,000 people probably know. Now, I don't know over 15,000 people, but this video is being shared. So yes, it made me a better person because it made me want to get out and tell my story, share things that goes on with me. Take people advice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That I know that I might not have hands on a daily basis, but let me know your story, because your story might can help me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what Winning Wednesday is. It's about winning. We all winning. We all can win if we all join together. It's not always about competing against one another. It's definitely not.
Kathy said it made her stronger and smarter with your choices. If you wouldn't mind sharing, what made you stronger? What situation made you make better decisions? If you don't mind sharing, if it's too personal or something you don't want to share right now, we completely understand. But we are, just want to make sure we get a better understanding of what you're talking about. Because I mean, I don't know which situation I can go to. I mean, if going all the way back to birth, you
It's
know what I'm
no that
saying?
says
So
no right. It's
it's
no
no
right
right
or
or
wrong.
wrong.
You
But I
can.
think each situation has changed me. I think for the better in some, and maybe for the worse in some. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Maybe
right.
maybe it's completely soured me on the idea of whatever. Or maybe it's giving me more goal power because I see such and such going through something similar than what I went through, or and knowing what I've experienced and what they experienced and seeing how they're still overcoming and they're still winning, and I know that I can do the same because I see somebody that has a story that's similar to mine.
Right.
You know.
No, it is not that your challenges cannot make you sour or make you upset or make you feel certain ways, but overall, what is your overall outcome?
Mm-hmm,
Is a better person,
right.
being a better person. You can tell the difference from somebody that's a better person, a hateful person, a mean person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
can definitely, yeah. So no one's, to say that all your challenges made you a better person, but I know mine's have, and I'm
For the
still
most
going
part,
through
yeah.
challenges, and I struggle with them. You know what I'm saying?
It's called life.
One,
It is this thing called life. It comes with its challenges and its wins and all that
right.
good stuff.
So it's Winning Wednesday. Let's all win together. Let's all be in this together.
We would definitely love to hear some of your wins for this Wednesday, for this week so far. We're at Hump Day, guys, so we definitely want to hear some of your wins and
Right. You
what's
may
been going on
have
with you for the
winnings
week.
from last week, 2 months ago, 5 years ago. You're
Yep.
still winning. You defeated a challenge. You
Mm-hmm.
overcame a failure. If you felt that you failed at something, you overcame it. You know what I'm saying? So you winning. So give yourself a pat on the
A
back
round of
and share your
applause.
story. Share
Yes.
your story.
We want to feel the love. We want to share some smiles and some claps and all that good stuff with you guys. We know how challenging this thing is, especially when you're doing it by yourself, which a lot of us are used to doing. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So I can see how maybe this might be a little awkward for some people to share, their private wins or whatever. But let me tell you something. This is a no judgment zone,
hmm
okay? So when you come into the ladies' lounge, we go all in. If you win it, regardless to what it's in, we're definitely supporting you. We're definitely here for you. Hi, Trayvon. Thanks for joining. Kathy said it's so many, and that's all. Oh, wait a minute. It's so many wins or challenges. I almost said that's awesome. Sorry. Guess I should finish reading. It's so many, but one, my choice is who I surround myself with. No more drama, and I'm at peace now and loving it.
Yes.
Woo,
And you know what?
that's a
And
win.
what you saying that, Kathy, that was a challenge that you had to make to separate yourself from people that you grew up with, people that you love, people probably that you did not want to let go.
Right.
But you chose to do that. That was a challenge because
Mm-hmm.
we don't never want to, people we love or we hang out with or we consider fun or this, we don't want to let them go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's who, again, that's people who made us, regardless if you grew up with them or you met them during your prime time in your life, whatever the case may be. But
Mm-hmm.
you chose, I'm going to let these people out of my life so I can live a better and peaceful life.
Yeah.
That was a challenge. Yes.
And peace
And
is hard to achieve when you got chaos in your life.
right, right. So no, that's definitely a
Definitely a
challenge. So
win.
you're winning. That's something that you're winning at. You're winning that you made your life more peaceful than what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
You said, I'm gonna make my life peaceful. I'm
By
gonna
any
live
means
a
necessary.
drama-free life. I'm gonna let these people go. And sometimes you're not wrong for letting people go. Sometimes people are like, oh, you let me go. You ain't a real friend. You ain't love me. You wasn't there
Oh,
for
you
me.
changed.
No, you let them go because you had to be drama free. And then sometimes that person might realize, you know what? That probably was the best thing
Happened to me.
that happened to me too. So that was a challenge. You're winning. So kudos to everybody that's winning, regardless of what your challenges are, your failures, and you got right back up and you finished it. And honestly, even and this might not be the right thing to say, I don't know. Even if you failed at something, or you may feel that you failed at something and you might not continued it, I don't know, because you maybe didn't want to fail again, but you picked yourself back up and you continue on to something else and completed it, you're still winning because you pushed yourself to do something else. You didn't give up. You just didn't say, oh, just because I failed at that, I'm
Yep.
not going to do nothing else. So at the end of the day, we all winning. It's winning Wednesday. You should win every day. Have something that you won at for that day.
Make that a goal.
Right.
Make that a goal. Something that you win at today. So we are going to take a smidgen of a break, probably 2-3 minutes, you guys. Make sure you comment, like, and share this video. Make sure you come back. Bring some friends. Bring your wins. Bring your challenges. Let's talk about it. You're here in the Ladies Lounge with Jazz and T. What is it? Stay tuned. I was going to say stick by. Okay, everybody. Hope you got your stuff situated. Thank you for joining us again for the second half of the Ladies Lounge with Jazz and T. We do have some newcomers. Thank you, Lex, for jumping on. Duchess, Nicole Burton Chambers, Sharita Randolph. Hey, sis. Ice got on. Mary Gail Harmon. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for remaining with us. It is Winning Wednesday. We're talking about winning, of course. We're talking about challenges that you may have faced that turned into wins. How did you feel as you going through the process of winning and facing your challenges? So if you all have any wins you want to share with us for the week, it is hump day, so we're close to the end of the week, but not exactly. So if you have any wins that you've accomplished thus far, let's focus on them, celebrate them with us. We love to, clap you up, pat you on the back, root you on, cheer you on. That's what we're here to do in the ladies' lounge. So don't be shy, guys. Like, comment, and share this page too. So we were talking about some of the challenges, right? We talked about the challenges. So now let's talk about winning. And what do you all define winning as? Like, what is your measuring stick for winning? Because everybody's is different. So, audience, give us some feedback. Let us know what you feel winning is. What does winning look like to you? What does it feel like?
Or even success and failures, because we were saying about the challenges. Okay, so we face challenges. So once you face your challenge in life, whatever it is, challenge with your family, your career, work, marriage,
Yes.
Your personal challenges that I don't know, you're gonna lose weight, you're gonna quit smoking, you're gonna give up a certain food, you're not gonna do this no more, you're not gonna do that, you're probably gonna go to church more often, you're gonna pray more, whatever it is that you say you are going to change about your life.
And you actually do it.
Did you succeed or did you fail? And how did you come out of that if you feel that you succeeded that challenge, that you defeated it? Like, what was it? What was your failures during that process of trying to go through that challenge, and how did you succeed it? How did you overcome it? So one of the questions is, are there any failures in your life that you are proud of? And I guess I don't think anybody walks around saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, I'm proud that I failed at that." So I don't think that's really how you look at it. It's just saying that's a challenge that you failed, that you said that made me a better person. I'm glad I went through that. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! I wrote a book about it.
Right. So there you have a successful story.
Yes,
you went through challenges. I'm pretty sure somewhere you failed, you succeeded, and now you got a book about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. That's on Amazon too, in case you're wondering.
So yes, you're winning. You're winning. You didn't let that challenge defeat you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And also to plug my book. Yes, I did win. And also I feel that I won, but also what I did was I passed on some knowledge to everyone out there that may be going through struggles, that they can apply it to their struggles and also come out and see what you're going through as a journey instead of a blazing burnt up path.
Right.
You can see it as your journey so you can get to your promised land, your place of peace, whatever that may be.
Right.
It's called Five Diamonds, guys. What to do when you don't know what to do.
Right.
All right.
So,
but that was my failure that I feel turned into a win for me because I grew out of that. You know what I'm saying? I found out a lot of things about myself and what I could, deal with, and what made me stronger, things I had to face that I wasn't ready to, and all that good stuff.
You may have a business that you tried to start and you failed in it, but why? What makes you feel that you failed? Because you didn't make enough money that you thought you would make, or you didn't sell enough products, or people didn't like what you were selling or promoting more. Like what makes it think what is it that failed? No, you didn't fail at it because you had a thought process. You said, "This is what I'm gonna do," and you did it. So don't think because you probably didn't make the money you thought you was gonna make, or you didn't get enough people that will probably buy the products is what made you fail. No, you're still winning because you said, "This is what I'm gonna do," and you did it.
And you didn't quit.
Right. So sometimes people's reactions should not make you feel that you failed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't get the reaction that you thought that you would get.
Or the support.
Does not mean that you failed. You went through what you said you was going to do and you did it.
Yep.
So you're
Absolutely.
winning. Okay, so another question as far as your challenges and your failures and your success, like how you overcame them. Um would say what are some failures you've had in your professional life? And I guess that would go into like the business wise, your career, your work. You can have failures in your job. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Some one point when I first started working my job, my boss kept telling me, "You late too much. You're always late. You're too late." I remember I got suspended for being late too much, and I'm like, I can't be late no
Our
more. Like
situations
I
have made us
can't.
better people, guys.
Right, I kept you late, but I'm only 2 minutes late. No, but you're still late.
Right,
I
right,
had
right.
the type of boss that wanted you there at the time that you had to work, that was your start time. So what? Do I quit my job because I feel that I'm stuck in traffic, or because where I live at is 40 minutes away from work? That means I just quit my job because she always say I'm too late. Or do I get my butt up early enough and get to that job on time? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was a challenge. I had to set my clock earlier than what I was setting it.
It's a challenge every day, guys.
Matter of fact, I even had to start getting my clothes ready at night versus trying to decide on what I was wearing in the morning. Not to say that I'm not late sometimes at work now, but at that point in my life, obviously I was too late, too much, that she felt that she was ready to fire
She
me.
was sick of you.
So I had to start getting my stuff ready at night, setting my clock a little earlier. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Packing my lunch at night, so I'm not trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for breakfast, whatever. It was a challenge. I did it. I defeated it. I'm winning. There you go. So
And she's
like I
still
said,
employed.
it's no wrong or right to what your winning is. It's not about having the biggest cars. It's not about having all the money. It's not about this and that. Whatever you defeated, and I'm gonna keep saying this, I'm sorry throughout the thing. Whatever you feel that you defeated a challenge, you are winning. So just keep winning, everybody, because we all in this together. Okay, I'm gonna give one more thing as far as our success and failures. Do you usually learn from your failures, or do you keep repeating them? And what I just said, I just made the comment. I said it's not like I'm haven't been late ever since then, and we talking about years ago, because I have been late. But
She's
that's
not
just
as
something
often.
minor. You know what I'm saying? Just not taking advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage of, oh, I can be late. She not going to say nothing. Oh, I'm going to be late because I ain't been late for the past year. Whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Have you learned from your failures? And again, like I said, that's just something not my, I don't want to say minor, because like I said, there's no big or wrong, challenge, but that's just something where I knew I had to change my lifestyle, what I
Mm-hmm.
was doing, in order to continue to have a job. And I defeated I overcame it. I won. I win. I'm still at the job. I didn't get fired.
Right, right. Sounds like a win to me all the
So
way
I
around.
changed. It was a challenge. I changed. I didn't have to wake up to say, oh, I failed.
Because I ain't got that job no more. Yeah, I mean, it's little changes like that. Little changes equal big wins. And you've been on that job
Right.
for years now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's definitely a win. Um, for me, what was the question?
No, it was just like, have you learned from your failures, or are you keep repeating them?
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I don't keep repeating my failures. I haven't thus far, you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely not a goal of mine to repeat the past, because that's the reason why it's there. It's
Right.
the past for a reason, and I learned from that. And I pray moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't allow myself to be blindsided and fall in the same trap. Or
Right.
I don't draw the same energy to me that I had. Or,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't repeat what I have, but I've definitely learned from it. And if anything, yeah, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly the signs and all that, all the things that have happened to me in the past, even with my recent chain of events. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I'm definitely not looking forward to traveling back down that path.
Right.
I'm climbing up out of it, as we speak. So I know I know what happened. I know what I need to do now. Now I just have to fix I just have to fix where I'm at now to make sure I don't keep digging myself in a deeper hole,
right,
or end up, repeating the history I just came out of, because it's never fun to do it twice.
right. And you know what? Would you just saying that? Going back to what I was saying earlier, the challenges that you defeated, if it was career, family, marriage, kids, things you said, I'm gonna stop spending more money. I'm gonna get my credit right. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna eat more healthy. I'm gonna work out more. I'm gonna pray more. I'm gonna go to church more. Whatever it is that you said that you are going to stop doing, or you want to try to stop doing. You want to might cursing. You might say, I want to stop cursing more. You know what I'm saying? So you might stop doing that. And if
Right.
you defeated that, I said, you a cursor. I'm going to stop cursing. You realize I don't curse no more. You winning. You're winning. You know what I'm saying? Winning is not about just, having the biggest business and having all the money. We all winning at something.
Yeah, we all trying to win.
Right.
This thing called life, we got one shot at it, and no one wants to be the loser.
Right. And if you are winning, you're winning. That's your winning. Share it. No one should judge your winning, but don't knock the next person down if you feel they winning is not bigger than what yours is.
Or if you feel they could be winning bigger and they're not, they're just settling for their minimal win, according to you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So look, I'm gonna read y'all a few quotes that I came across of just that we probably go through every day. And they just quotes that people said to keep us pushing and keep going. You don't have to agree with it. These are not nothing that we came up with. They're just quotes that we found.
And maybe you can write a couple of them down to help you push in the morning when you get up.
That's good, for winning. Your challenges, keep going. You want to be successful, or again, just winning in life. Because right with us all being here right now, we winning at something because we still here.
Amen.
Okay, so number one, success is almost totally dependent upon drive and persistence. The extra energy required to make another effort to try another approach is the secret of winning. All right, 2. First, accept sadness. Realize that without losing, winning isn't great.
First, accept sadness. Realize that without losing, winning isn't so great. Okay, so it's basically saying you have to accept your losses to know what it feels like to win.
Right. Okay. Accept sadness, like accept that you can lose, but you get some people that can't accept it.
Losing is hard. Yeah. It's never fun.
Right.
But it depends on how you just got to get over the fact that you lost. You got to let that pride and that ego go.
Right.
Right. Tell it to take a nap, and then after you get over the initial loss, and you start thinking about it on a bigger scale. Right. It's easier to digest.
Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. So basically, your strength is not what's making you win. It's your struggles.
Your strength is in your struggle.
Right.
I love that.
Number 4, being brave means to know something is crazy, difficult, and dangerous, and doing it anyway, because the possibility of winning the fight is worth the chance of losing it.
Yes.
So go for it. Like, you may think your challenge is hard for you to do. Like, I can't do it. Go for it, because that's the part of winning. The fact that you did it. Mm-hmm. Even if you didn't make it through it, you still tried it. You won.
And then you know what to do next time, or if you decide to attempt it again later on.
You won. It ain't always about getting the trophy at the end.
Yeah. The trophy is trying. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe sometime you might try it and you have to put it on the back burner because life happens.
Right.
So when you go back at it, you'll know what you did last time, how it felt. Now you know what not to do.
Right. So when you get stuck and you say, oh my goodness, this way I feel that. So let me hop over, this way I feel that. So now let me stop here. Let me go to the next hump. So you made it past.
Yep.
And everybody move at their own pace. Everybody, you can't say, oh, you should finish that challenge, or you should be further than that. than what the next person is.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody move at their own pace. The next one, I said number 5. The key to winning is okay. Here you go. This is a good one. The key to winning is choosing to do God's will and loving others with all you got. So there
Yes.
you go. So with that comment being made, that one is just saying nope. Just love. Just be a loving person. You know what I'm
Love,
saying?
love. What is it? What's the thing? Love conquers all.
The key to winning is choosing to do God's will and loving others with all you got. So if you're doing that, you're winning
And
anyway.
that's how you live simple. When you
You're
stop
winning.
making
You're
things
winning.
complicated, that's the quote right there to keep things simple.
You're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning right there. Just even if you just live by God's way, you're winning.
And that's not always easy.
Oh yeah, it's not because we definitely not perfect. Number 6, winning is not giving up no matter what's thrown at you. You can take it and you can keep going.
Fight. That's what that's saying. Don't, fight. You get knocked down, get up. Just keep going. Don't lose
Right.
sight of the prize, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Number 7, winning is not about material possessions. Winning scores and great reputations, those are meaningless in the eyes of the Lord
Mm.
because He knows who we really are, and that's all that matters. And that's what I was stating before.
Wow.
Not to say that if you have, the material things, if you have the winning scores and
Mm-hmm.
the 25 trophies and the belt. You know what I'm saying? That's not saying you are winning. You won.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing your thing.
Yes.
But I guess pretty much at the end of the day, it's more than that.
Yep. It always is because you
It's
can't.
more than that.
None of that is going to help you in your afterlife.
It's more than that. Number 8, don't believe that winning is really everything. It's more important to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, what do you win? And let me tell you, when I read that one, I'm going to say this real quick because I swear I don't mean to offend anybody. But when it said, don't believe that winning is really everything, it's more important to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, what do you win? And that is a prime example of what we going through right now in this world with Donald Trump. For the people that voted for him, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but that's a prime example of what that is saying. He won, but what do he stand for? Nothing. I'm going to leave it at that. So prime example, just because you won, stand for something also. Have a meaning behind it. Don't just say, oh, it don't matter. Yeah, he may be the worst player, but he won. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he may be, he may be,
He don't got. Mm.
he may got all the money in the world, but it don't matter. He don't. Let's say he don't may have all the money in the world, which we know Donald Trump do, but he won. Like, don't just use that he won or she won as an excuse, because you got to stand for something when you win.
But even though people do say that, like, it doesn't matter, he won. It's like he knows that he won, but now what is the question? What now? Everything is just all. It's just a complete damn side.
Yeah, and I just brought that up just to give that as an example, because I'm
Yes.
telling you, when I read that, I said yes, because you don't never really think about stuff like that until you read it, and then you can compare it with something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 9, you learn more from losing than winning. You learn how to keep going. I can believe that, and I think
But I think if I win, if I win, I'm gonna keep going too. Like, I want to win more. Like, I think the winning is the beginning part of my challenge to keep pushing, but the losing is like the beginning point of me getting to my win, and my win is my challenge to get to a further win, whatever it may be. So I think it all keeps me, because it all keeps me going,
right?
Because to me, there's never any well, I won, now I'm done.
Right, because you have people out there that be like, nah, forget it, I don't want to lose. Don't like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to know the feeling of it. Or just don't put me in that category. And again, that's fine.
And that may be why I really didn't play sports too much, because I'm not a sore loser. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, but what about when you take away the sports and you talk about the life?
Life, I'm cool. Like I can do life. Life, I think I'm pretty good at losing. So I can handle that a little bit better. But
Right, but when it
sports,
comes to
no,
sports.
no. That's why I don't even try. Don't even put me in that
Right.
situation.
So
Yeah,
these are things that you can just, these are just little comments and quotes that you can use just from just overall. Even if you losing in sports, winning, or just life overall, you
I
still
agree.
got the mindset that you don't want to lose and how to get yourself back up.
Right.
And number 10, like you said about the beginning of winning, a winning effort begins with preparation. Winning starts with beginning. So pretty much in order to win, you got to prepare. And then once you prepare, you got to begin. You got to
Yes.
start.
Yes. 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 Put your
Because you
foot
can
forward.
always prepare, have it in your mind. And if you don't push yourself,
That's just
then you
like
won't start.
knowledge is power. I think was that mean you talk? It was some comment I made when I was saying knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is power because you
Mm-hmm.
can be smart, and if I'm just smart and it's just all up here, like then what? You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
head's just big and it's going to explode full of knowledge, and I'm not contributing to society. I'm not contributing to my kid, the world, nothing. I'm just smart for no reason. I'm doing nothing with my smarts.
Right. Right.
So I think that these are very good quotes, and please don't judge me if you may see some of these on my Facebook posts because some of them are, all of them are really good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think it's something that I definitely need to share with others. But so I guess, did you have anything else to say? Because I wanted to
Um,
talk about
Well, yeah, we're gonna kind of pretty much do a close. Thank you for everyone for joining. We wanted you guys to share some of your wins and losses and failures, but it's all good as long as you joined us and you
tuned in.
tuned in and you got the word of what we wanted to share today from Winning Wednesday.
Yes.
So we kind of gonna end the show, but I'm gonna keep it short on my end, and I'm just gonna do my closing as my winning Wednesday is what I'm doing right now. Sitting right here in front of this, like I stated earlier, laptop, talking to you guys and ladies about how I feel about different everyday life situations. Because when we first started this about 2 years ago, we had a friend of ours, Randy Hall Stevenson, that came to us and said, I need my ladies to do this for me. I was kind of hesitant, but I did it because Jazz kept pushing me. She said, friend, you could do this, you could do this. So we tried it. The first what situation, we did it for a couple of months, but it failed. Then we called, tried to keep picking up through Facebook Live and everything like that. And I was just like, Jazz, I don't know if I want to do this no more. The first situation, that didn't work out. I shouldn't have did it anyway, this and that. But anyway, long story short, from what I was saying, the first situation failed, so here I'm now doing this, sitting here in front of this laptop computer, talking with y'all, sharing my story, my experiences, inviting people to like and comment and share on our page. We having an event September 16th where we're gonna be guest speakers, just talking to moms, because of course we are moms. So that was a challenge for me because I didn't want to do this 2 years ago. Would never imagine me doing that. I had the opportunity, was ready to call it quits when it failed, but I got back up. Thanks for the help of Jazz, and now it's like I'm on the ball. I'm ready.
Yes, she
I'm
is.
ready.
Yes, she is. And the funny thing is that even
I defeated
your challenge.
my challenge.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's like even with that, it wasn't a failure. We learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was just preparing us for where we are now. We had to move on, and it was for us to do. And in that respect, my sister, like, oh my gosh, she was like, come on, Jess, you gotta do this. And so that's who's been pushing me out of my box a whole lot lately, has been my sister Quay. She has been like, sometimes I don't even want to pick up the phone because I don't know what new she has thought of for me to do. Like, she won't leave me alone. So she just keep pushing me further and further, and I appreciate her and I love her for it. And also, guys, before we end, we want to tell you about the amazing event coming up in Canton, Ohio. Ohio, stand up. Go out and support this
Mm-hmm.
wonderful, amazing summer event. Jetsons Radio is hosting their first summer music fest
Summer,
down in
yeah, summer
yeah
17.
yeah summer 17 music fest down in Canton, Ohio. That is August 6th and 7th.
No,
Se-
August 8th.
August
8th.
7th and 8th, then, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
August 7th and 8th in Canton, Ohio, Jetsons Radio, very first music festival. T and I won't be able to make it, duty calls, but please go out and support them. Go out and support your local artists from, all over. I know we definitely have artists showing up from Ohio, so make sure you stay tuned to the Jetsons Radio page, Jetsons Columbus, Jetsons DC. We'll be posting a flyer on our Instagram, on our Facebook pages. So make sure you go out and support these people. They are doing wonderful things in the community.
We also got a
And
new Jetsons
yay,
Houston
Justin Houston. Yes.
for
Faraji.
Yes,
Yes.
we just had him on the show last week, so he's now joining Jetsons family. So we gotta
Yes.
thank him.
And congratulations. Yes, so much. Welcome to the family. Also, for anyone else who in the DMV area, local area, or anywhere else that think that they can do this thing here. They want to host their own radio show. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
is a little challenging, but guess what? If you're up for the challenge, this is perfect. So if you want more information on that, make sure you email us at TO2 with Jazz and T at yahoo.com. If you have any flyers for any upcoming September, October events,
Let us know. We can post it. Music.
yep, music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta talk about music, friend.
No, just music. Just nothing. All no cursing, no disrespect. Just mellow music for the
R&B for the grown, yes.
grown and sexy crowd.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, for the grown and sexy crowd, yes.
Right.
So all that good stuff, MP3 format for the music. If you have any questions, you want to send some suggestions for some topics that you want us to talk about, we're always open for suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
You can always inbox us, DM us on our Facebook pages, or shoot us an email. So just let us know what you guys want to talk about. We're here for you all. So that is it for JT Ladies Lounge tonight. Thank you for joining us. We will see you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Yep, and keep winning.
Keep winning.
Not just on Wednesdays, every day.